Shadows twist where whispers grow. The edge of light begins to flow. A world unseen through fractured glass, where futures meet the echoes past. Step closer now, the veil is thin. A riddle starts where dreams begin. The experimental medium calls your name. Nothing here will be the same.
Welcome to the Experimental Medium, where we explore the extraordinary intersections of history, technology, and the supernatural. Today, we're embarking on a journey back to the 19th century, a time when the world was buzzing with the allure of spiritualism, a movement that captivated society with the promise of communicating with the beyond. This era was marked by a cultural impact so profound that it reshaped social gatherings, instigating a blend of fascination and skepticism. Imagine a world where seances were the highlight of an evening, where people gathered in dimly lit rooms with eager anticipation, hoping to bridge the gap between the living and the deceased. This movement didn't just stir the imagination, it spawned a whole array of inventive devices specifically designed to facilitate spirit communication. Our episode today will delve into this rich tapestry of belief and innovation, examining how the 19th century spiritualist movement left an indelible mark on culture and technology. As we unravel the mysteries of this era, we'll explore the ingenuity behind the spiritualist devices that emerged, each with its unique promise to make the ethereal tangible. From simple tools like planchettes, which laid the groundwork for the Ouija board, to more complex apparatuses like spirit trumpets and cabinets, these inventions were more than mere curiosities. They were a testament to the human quest for understanding the unknown. The emergence of these devices wasn't just a technical endeavor. It was a cultural phenomenon that sought to blend the age-old desire for spiritual insight with the burgeoning spirit of technological innovation. Across drawing rooms and parlors, these inventions sparked conversations and debates, challenging the boundaries of science and belief. In this episode, we'll not only explore the mechanics of these fascinating devices, but also the societal context that fueled their creation and their enduring legacy. Throughout this exploration, we aim to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of how these 19th century spiritualist devices played a pivotal role in the era's cultural landscape. By the end of this episode, you'll gain insight into how these inventions were perceived as both marvels of the time and subjects of scrutiny. The allure of spirit communication, coupled with the skepticism it attracted, paints a complex picture of an era deeply entrenched in the interplay between faith and empirical evidence. Did you know that the popularity of these devices was so widespread that they often attracted both believers and investigators, eager to either validate or debunk the phenomena? As we dissect these elements, we'll also touch upon the skepticism and fraudulent practices that shadowed this movement, offering a balanced view of this intriguing chapter in history. Prepare to be captivated by tales of levitating tables, chalkboards mysteriously inscribed with messages from the beyond, and the eerie echoes of spirit trumpets. Our discussion will also touch upon how these devices, though rooted in the past, continue to influence modern perspectives on the supernatural. The legacy of these spiritualist inventions endures, not just as relics of a bygone era, but as a continuing thread in humanity's endless fascination with the unknown. Whether you're a history buff, a tech enthusiast, or someone intrigued by the paranormal, this episode promises to offer a captivating glimpse into the curious world of 19th century spiritualism. So join us as we embark on this enlightening journey into the past, where science met the supernatural in a dance of belief and innovation. The 19th century was a time of profound curiosity and exploration, particularly in the realm of spiritualism. This curiosity sparked a surge in interest that led to remarkable technological innovations designed to communicate with the world beyond. During this period, Spiritualism captivated the imagination of many who were eager to explore the mysteries of life after death. The promise of connecting with spirits opened a new frontier of belief and scientific inquiry. As the movement gained momentum, so did the development of various devices and technologies intended to facilitate and enhance spirit communication. These inventions were not merely novelties, but represented a genuine attempt to bridge the gap between the tangible and the intangible, the living and the departed. The drive to validate these experiences through technology was fueled by the era's broader fascination with scientific discovery and innovation. Inventors and enthusiasts alike sought to create tools that provided a tangible means to experience what had previously been confined to the ethereal. This period saw the birth of several key devices that would become staples in spiritualist practices. From simple tools like planchettes to more elaborate apparatuses such as spirit trumpets and cabinets, these inventions were integral to the seances that became popular social gatherings. They offered participants a sense of connection and validation, making the supernatural accessible and, seemingly, scientifically plausible. Central to the rise of spiritualist technologies was the influential role of the Fox sisters, whose claims of communicating with spirits through rapping sounds captured the public's attention. The story of the Fox sisters is a fascinating chapter in the history of spiritualism. In 1848, in Hydesville, New York, Kate and Margaret Fox reported strange knocking sounds in their home, which they attributed to the spirits of the dead. These events quickly became a public sensation, drawing crowds eager to witness the mysterious phenomena firsthand. The sisters' ability to communicate with the spirit world through these rapping sounds was seen as groundbreaking, and their sessions laid the groundwork for what would become a widespread movement. Their influence cannot be overstated, as they popularized the idea that anyone could communicate with spirits using the right methods and tools. The Fox sisters' demonstrations were instrumental in legitimizing the practice of spirit communication, and they became figureheads of the spiritualist movement. Their notoriety inspired many to explore their spiritual abilities, leading to a proliferation of mediums and seances across America and Europe. This period of heightened interest in spiritualism set the stage for technological advancements, as inventors sought to replicate and enhance the sisters' abilities through mechanical means. The Fox sisters' legacy is enduring, as their initial encounters with the spirit world sparked a movement that would intertwine with technological innovation, leaving a lasting impact on both spiritualism and the broader cultural landscape. In the fascinating world of 19th century spiritualism, one of the most intriguing developments was the creation and use of planchettes, which played a pivotal role in the evolution of spirit communication. Planchettes were small, heart-shaped wooden boards mounted on casters, designed to hold a pencil. Participants would lightly place their fingers on the planchette, which purportedly moved under the guidance of spirits to write messages. This simple yet ingenious device allowed individuals to believe they were receiving direct communication from the beyond, as the planchette seemed to move of its own accord, often spelling out words or drawing symbols. The allure of the planchette lay in its ability to provide tangible evidence of spiritual communication, a concept that captivated people eager to bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual worlds. Over time, the success and popularity of planchettes laid the groundwork for the development of the Ouija board, a more sophisticated version that featured a board with letters, numbers, and words like yes and no, allowing for more complex and varied interactions with spirits. The transition from planchette to Ouija board marked a significant advancement in the tools used for spirit communication, reflecting the growing sophistication and commercial appeal of spiritualist practices. The Ouija board became a cultural phenomenon, popularized in part by its ability to facilitate group participation in seances, and it remains a well-known symbol of spirit communication to this day. Moving beyond the realm of writing messages, the late 19th century saw the introduction of spirit trumpets, which served to amplify the voices of spirits during seances. These cone-shaped devices were often used in dimly lit rooms, where the medium would claim that spirits were using the trumpet to speak audibly to the participants. The effect was designed to be both eerie and convincing, with voices seemingly emanating from the trumpet, offering a new dimension to the seance experience. The spirit trumpet's ability to produce sound added a layer of authenticity to spiritual encounters, making the experience more immersive for those involved. Mediums who employed spirit trumpets often claimed that the spirits used these instruments to bypass the limitations of human perception, allowing them to speak in a more direct and powerful manner. This innovation underscored the era's fascination with both technological and spiritual exploration, as inventors sought to create devices that could validate the existence of the supernatural. Alongside spirit trumpets, spirit slates emerged as another popular tool for spirit communication. Spirit slates consisted of two small chalkboards bound together, which would be shown as blank to the participants at the start of a seance. After being closed and placed on the seance table, the slates would later be revealed to contain written messages, purportedly inscribed by spirits. This phenomenon captivated audiences as the messages appeared without any visible human intervention, lending an air of mystery and wonder to the proceedings. Mediums who used spirit slates often presented them as undeniable proof of spirit communication, as the messages were thought to be directly channeled from the spirits themselves. Together, spirit trumpets and spirit slates highlight the inventive spirit of the 19th century spiritualist movement, illustrating the lengths to which people went to make contact with the other side and the enduring human desire to explore the mysteries of life and death. Seance devices played a crucial role in the 19th century spiritualist movement, serving as tangible tools that were believed to facilitate communication with the spiritual world. Among these devices, seance tables and spirit cabinets were particularly significant in the validation of spiritual experiences. Seance tables, often lightweight and intricately designed, were central to the practice of table tipping. Participants would gather around these tables, placing their hands gently on the surface, while the medium would call upon the spirits. The expectation was that the table would begin to move, tilt, or even rise, seemingly under the influence of spiritual forces. The movements of the table were interpreted as messages from the beyond, offering answers to questions posed by the participants. This physical manifestation of spirit communication provided a compelling experience for believers who saw these movements as undeniable proof of the existence of an afterlife and the ability to interact with it. The use of seance tables not only captivated those present, but also reinforced the belief in mediums' abilities to bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual realms. Spirit cabinets, on the other hand, were designed to enhance the credibility of mediums by isolating them from their surroundings during a seance. These cabinets were often simple, enclosed spaces where a medium would sit, separated from the participants by a curtain or door. The idea was to prevent any physical interference or manipulation of objects, thereby ensuring that any phenomena observed were purely of spiritual origin. During a seance, participants would often hear voices, witness materializations, or see objects moving seemingly of their own accord, emanating from within the cabinet. The controlled environment of the spirit cabinet lent an air of scientific legitimacy to the proceedings, as it suggested that the phenomena could not be attributed to trickery or sleight of hand. This setup reinforced the notion that the medium was genuinely channeling spiritual energies, as the isolation was intended to eliminate any possibility of deception. By incorporating these devices into their practices, spiritualists were able to provide a more structured and convincing framework for their claims, aligning their activities with the era's fascination with scientific discovery and technological advancement. The scientific legitimacy that these devices attempted to bring to spiritualism was a double-edged sword. On one hand, they offered a semblance of empirical evidence to support spiritual claims, appealing to an audience eager for proof of the supernatural. The 19th century was a time of great scientific curiosity, with new discoveries and inventions reshaping society's understanding of the world. By framing spiritual experiences in terms that resonated with this scientific zeitgeist, spiritualists were able to attract a following that included both fervent believers and those with a more skeptical, yet curious, disposition. The use of technology in seances suggested that spiritualism was not merely a matter of faith, but could be subjected to observation and analysis, much like any other scientific pursuit. This approach allowed spiritualism to gain a foothold in a society increasingly dominated by scientific thought, positioning it as a legitimate field of inquiry alongside more traditional scientific disciplines. However, the reliance on seance devices also opened spiritualism to scrutiny and skepticism. As the popularity of these practices grew, so did the number of skeptics determined to expose fraudulent mediums. Investigations revealed that some mediums employed hidden mechanisms, wires, or accomplices to produce the desired effects, casting doubt on the authenticity of the phenomena. This scrutiny highlighted the challenges of relying on physical devices to demonstrate spiritual truths, as the potential for deception undermined the perceived legitimacy of the movement. Despite these challenges, the allure of spiritualist devices persisted, driven by the human desire to connect with the unknown and the hope that the mysteries of the afterlife could be unraveled through a blend of faith and technology. The legacy of these devices endures, offering a glimpse into a time when the lines between science and the supernatural were boldly explored, and the quest for understanding the unseen world captivated the imagination of many. The 19th century spiritualist movement was a fascinating period, characterized not only by its allure, but also by the skepticism it engendered. As spiritualism gained popularity, it inevitably attracted scrutiny from skeptics and investigators who were determined to uncover the truth behind the mysterious phenomena purportedly occurring during seances. These skeptics played a crucial role in exposing fraudulent practices employed by some mediums. Many seances were shrouded in secrecy, held in dimly lit rooms, which created an ideal setting for deception. Some mediums used sleight of hand or hidden mechanisms to create the illusion of spirit communication. For example, spirit trumpets, which were said to amplify the voices of spirits, were occasionally manipulated by strings or wires to produce sounds. Similarly, planchettes and spirit slates were sometimes rigged so that messages appeared to be written by spirits when in fact they were the result of clever trickery. The exposure of such fraudulent practices by skeptics not only cast doubt on individual mediums, but also on the movement as a whole, prompting a more critical examination of spiritualism's claims. The revelations of fraud had a significant impact on the credibility of spiritualism, challenging the movement's legitimacy and prompting a broader discussion about the intersection of belief, science, and the supernatural. As skeptics published their findings, the public began to view spiritualism with a more discerning eye, questioning the authenticity of spirit communication and the validity of the devices used. This skepticism led to a decline in the movement's popularity, as people became more aware of the potential for deception. The exposure of fraudulent practices also sparked a more scientific approach to studying spiritualism, with researchers and scientists attempting to apply empirical methods to understand and either validate or debunk the phenomena reported during seances. Despite the challenges posed by skeptics and the exposure of fraud, the allure of spiritualism persisted for many, as it tapped into a fundamental human desire to connect with the unknown. However, the increased scrutiny and demand for evidence-based practices led to a shift in how spiritualism was perceived and practiced, paving the way for a more nuanced understanding of the movement's place in history. The 19th century spiritualist devices have undergone a remarkable transformation in how they are perceived today. Once at the forefront of a movement that sought to bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual realms, these inventions now reside in the realm of historical curiosities. Museums and private collectors preserve them as artifacts that capture the imagination of a bygone era, offering a window into the time when the boundaries between science and the supernatural were fluid and actively explored. These devices, such as planchettes, spirit trumpets, and seance tables, are no longer seen as tools of genuine spirit communication, but rather as tokens of an era characterized by a blend of scientific curiosity and mystical belief. Today, they serve as fascinating relics that illustrate the lengths to which people went to validate their experiences with the paranormal, as well as the ingenuity employed to create an aura of authenticity around seances. As historical curiosities, these devices also spark discussions on the nature of belief and the human propensity to seek connections with the unknown. They remind us of a time when the world was in the throes of rapid technological advancement, and people were eager to explore the mysteries of life beyond the physical realm, regardless of the skepticism that often accompanied such pursuits. The fascination with the supernatural is an enduring aspect of the human experience, one that transcends time and continues to captivate our imagination in various modern manifestations. Today, the legacy of 19th century spiritualist devices can be seen in the proliferation of ghost hunting equipment and digital seances that aim to capture evidence of otherworldly presences. Television shows and movies often depict paranormal investigations, drawing large audiences who are eager to witness the blending of technology with the supernatural. This ongoing fascination reflects a deep-seated curiosity about life after death and the desire to connect with those who have passed beyond our earthly existence. The digital age has brought new tools to the table, such as electromagnetic field detectors and infrared cameras, which are thought to capture traces of spirit activity. These modern devices echo the ambitions of their 19th century predecessors, aiming to provide tangible evidence of the intangible. The allure of communicating with the beyond, whether through historical devices or modern technology, remains a constant thread in human culture. It speaks to our innate desire to understand the mysteries of existence and to find meaning in the unknown. As we continue to grapple with life's great questions, the fascination with the supernatural and the tools we use to explore it will undoubtedly persist, evolving with each technological advancement, while maintaining a connection to the past. As we draw to a close on this episode of Experimental Medium, let's take a moment to reflect on the fascinating journey we've embarked upon through the realm of 19th century spiritualist inventions. These ingenious devices, born from an era where the veil between science and the supernatural was tantalizingly thin, have left an indelible mark on the way we perceive and engage with the paranormal today. From the humble planchette to the eerily resonant spirit trumpets, these tools served as conduits between the physical and ethereal worlds, captivating the imagination of an entire generation. They were not merely objects, but symbols of a profound human yearning to connect with the unknown, to find proof of life beyond death, and to seek answers to the mysteries that lie beyond our immediate understanding. The legacy of these inventions continues to reverberate through contemporary paranormal practices, where modern ghost hunting equipment and digital seances echo the inventive spirit of their precursors. In this way, these 19th century marvels remind us that the quest for knowledge and connection transcends time, inviting us to explore the boundaries of our own understanding with a curious mind and an open heart. As we ponder the enduring impact of these devices, I encourage you to delve deeper into their historical context, to appreciate the intricate tapestry of belief, science, and invention that wove together the spiritualist movement. These artifacts offer more than a glimpse into the past. They serve as a reminder of our shared human experience, an experience rich with wonder, skepticism, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Whether housed in museums or held dear by collectors, these remnants of a bygone era continue to spark curiosity and inspire dialogue about the nature of our existence and the possibilities that lie beyond. By exploring these intriguing devices, we not only preserve their stories, but also honor the innovative spirit that dared to bridge the gap between the seen and the unseen. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of 19th century spiritualist inventions and their impact on our collective consciousness. Your curiosity and engagement are what make this journey truly meaningful. As we continue to navigate the complexities of the unknown, let us remember that the pursuit of understanding is a timeless endeavor, one that challenges us to question, to learn, and to grow. Your support and interest in Experimental Medium are deeply appreciated, and it is your enthusiasm that fuels our exploration of these captivating topics. In the words of the great inventor Thomas Edison, "To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk." Let us keep our imaginations vivid and our minds open to the possibilities that await beyond the horizon. Thank you for listening, and may the spirit of discovery guide you in all your endeavors.
Whispers creeping through the haze, shadows dance. haunted ways. Echoes hum from worlds unseen. This is where the strange convene. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truth that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. A voice that stirs the silent night, guides you through the fading light. Journeys deep beyond the real, where unseen forces are revealed. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truth that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. Electric sparks and haunted tones. Reality's edge becomes your home. Questions rise like fragile smoke. The uncharted realms silently spoke. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truths that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. Electric sparks and haunted tones. Reality's edge becomes your home. Questions rise like fragile smoke. The uncharted realms silently spoke. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truth that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. creeping through the haze. Shadows dance in twisted ways. Echoes hum from worlds unseen. This is where the strange convene. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truths that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. A voice that stirs the silent night, guides you through the fading light. Journeys deep beyond the real, where unseen forces are revealed. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truths that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. Electric sparks and haunted tones. Reality's edge becomes your home. Questions rise like fragile smoke. The uncharted realms silently spoke. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden, twist and bind. Truths that linger in between. Welcome to the spectral stream. Electric sparks and haunted tones. Reality's edge becomes your home. Questions rise like fragile smoke. The uncharted realm silently spoke. Step into the unknown mind. Secrets hidden,